Canyon Realm. Oh boy, I see one. I see the second word in this name, and I already have some concerns. The realm tracks have a bit of a reputation for having quite the list of issues with their design philosophy. Starting. Yes, we are starting. And I always forget what this thing is called. Oh. I don't want to navigate all that right now. Honestly, like, this whole intro segment is cool, but it's like, when you're playing through it through the 57th time, it's like, if you're not gonna make me do anything interesting or different with this, I'm just like, can I be in the level, please? Like, someone needs to make, like, an abridged version of this where it's just, like, a cutscene or something, so you still get the, yeah, we're starting here, but we're not gonna make you drive around this entire dang thing every single time you'll load up one of these stages. But it is what it is. At least understand that because this is based on a show thing, they're like, yeah, we're always gonna recreate the way these stages started out in that, so, and it's a thing, so it's like a tradition at this point. Maybe someone will take the initiative to improve it someday, but don't count on it if you don't do it yourself, so I can complain about it, but I'm not actually gonna expect it to change, and, you know, I shouldn't hold that against the individual track necessarily, or not entirely. Anyway, do have a nice, okay canyon scenery. Shadows are a little dark with the lighting here, which is blackness to my left. I will say we at least have a clear roadway path. Was that left path an alternate route? I have to see. Because that's the first place it looked like we could have actually taken a different direction. I could see the checkpoint from it. Okay, yeah, there are two routes through this. Okay, interesting. Curious if one's actually shorter or if they're just... what? Okay. Lighting problems here. I honestly thought I was running straight into a wall. Is this thing... like... Yeah, when I get close, but when you're moving full speed, you don't have time to see that. Was that supposed to open something or activate a hidden path? I mean, maybe that did the thing up here, but I expected to do something I could actually see. Oh, that's a little wonky. Cool idea. I don't like how that actually plays that turn booster. Oh. Okay, right, I have to wait for the autocorrect because I don't have any sort of extra controls over the car. We just have boost and steer because of realms. Oh, they actually gave us the maneuvering thrusters, and they immediately took it away. It was literally just to make that giant drop not totally bullshit. But you know what? Props for them taking that decision into their own hands and doing that, because, like, I know the whole can only drive thing is part of the theming of this, so I will give credit that they were willing to break that rule for a section to make it not suck. Totally. Yeah, see, levels like this are... I don't want to say they're overtly terrible, because they're not necessarily. Like, this is actually a decent, like, chill experience, and there's can be some interesting scenery. Like, I actually like this bridge scaffolding and stuff they built. But it's like, these levels get old real fast in distance, because it's really not made for, like, a standard driving experience. It's a matter of building these in the wrong game, honestly. Or you're not adapting it. You're staying too faithful. You're not taking the artistic license to adapt it to the medium that you're putting it in. Like, it's not entirely their fault, because I know people like the faithful recreations stuff, but This is an interesting change of scenery. Not sure I took... What the... Okay, there was like a force zone that forced me to turn there, and that was just weird. I don't want to say it's a bad idea, because like with this kind of roadway, it kind of helps the navigation, but it didn't feel good. Like, there's some cool details in here, like the falling rocks, that underground like waterfall, like these glowing crystals and stuff. Like, there's honestly like a good amount of stuff to genuinely like about this track, but it's got a lot of flaws to it. I think this one's gonna get a neutral vote from me, because I don't hate it, but I don't think most, like, a traditional distance player is actually going to particularly enjoy this. I wouldn't begrudge anyone for actually liking this track, but it's like... Yeah, and these music transitions, I don't agree with. Particularly this one, the mood change is like, yeah, we're coming outside. I'm like, this music does not feel like it fits the mood here. Oh, you're talking about the time and effort that goes into these tracks? Like, yeah, like, I don't... Like, I'm not saying that the people who are doing these aren't necessarily bad at this stuff. Like, there's obviously some genuinely, like, legit work and skill that goes into making tracks like this. Like, particularly this one. This is probably one of my favorite Realm tracks currently. And I just thought, okay, we actually have checkpoints. Let's go for the giant loop. I want to check this out. Uh-oh. Is that a sound bug where I'm just hearing water? I mean, I do like this song, I just don't think it fits this area after the mood of the rest of the track. Giant loop is kind of fun. I'll say out of all the Realm tracks, this is probably one of the better or best ones that I've played. I'm not generally fond of them. This one I'm pretty okay with, though. Like, there is good stuff that goes into these tracks. It's more like the very design, like the core of their design is flawed to begin with. Like, the thing they're basing it off is where most of the problem stems from. It's not necessarily anything to do with the person building the track or what they're putting in. Yeah, like, this track is honestly a really nice, like, chill experience. It's good for, like you said, casual play. Or if you just want a different experience, like, these are nice, like, wind down or maybe warm up tracks just to get back into the swing of things. Enjoy yourself for a bit. Also, this part is making me question where the hell I'm going. Like, I guess I'm on the track. I guess it's just, like, get through all this. This part, I think, could afford to have some more, like, clear markings that, yes, you're, in fact, actually on the track and not wandering into the scene. And why is everything blue? What's happening? Am I going faster? Because my control is getting worse. Okay, that was a big symbol. I just couldn't see it from back there. I'm just like, why are two lines in front of presumably anyone? No, after playing that whole thing, this is like a low recommend for me in general, because it still definitely has issues, but I actually enjoyed that. I actually did enjoy that. Like I said, that's pretty easily one of the better Realm tracks in my book that I've experienced. Space Race on a Track. Or racing on a track in space. Alrighty. Okay, the visuals are very busy and rather confusing here. What am I actually even looking at? Lasers. Oh my god, I'm upside down. This level has some immediate clarity issues. Like, yes, I get you just boost straight forwards and you go through it, but it's like, if you touch anything, you're screwed, and it's like, you're like, what is even happening? I guess that's a kind of cool start, but I don't like it. Like, it's a cool idea, I don't enjoy it in actual practice. It's one of those neat on papers, not great in practice things. These are some awkward transitions. Yeah, I'm already seeing issues with this level. This is a functional, but definitely not good. I kind of like that. It feels weird, just the angle you're coming off. Ooh. This is visually interesting. A little heavy on the arrows and the pop-up panels, though. I think that's a little much. Again, it's just like visual noise and too much stuff going on, like just too much flash. Like, I like my beat match lights, but this feels like too much. Needs to be not on literally everything. Like, I think I've seen someone else play this track, so I kind of remember saying a similar thing. I was just thinking, like, I definitely see some cool ideas in this track. I just don't think it's executed very well. Oh, we actually don't. Did I actually not have wings before? I actually assumed I had wings, but I'm like, I don't need wings. I can just show off and not use them. This... Ooh, yeah, I don't like that. This level's got some serious execution issues, but it's got cool ideas. Oh, jeez. I feel like this is a level that, with a lot of extra polish, or even just like a remake of it, could turn into something really cool. Or just like this creator is going to go on to actually make some really nice levels later on, if they can get over some of their issues, some of the flaws in the way they build things. This is too dark. I cannot tell what's going on. What? Okay, this is ground apparently. This level feels like they were just throwing all of their ideas at it. Which I guess is not bad necessarily for like if you're just, you want to learn your stuff, like, sure. Doesn't make for a great level though. Oh, and the reflections are really messing with me there. That surface does not need to be reflective like that. Or it actively should not be reflective, because you're making things difficult through visual clutter rather than anything gameplay related. It's like just being like, oh yeah, it's hard to stay on the track if you can't see and it's doing turns and you're on a narrow thing and you're literally blind. It's like, yes, but that has nothing to do with my ability as a player. Rather than the fact that as a human, to know where I'm going, I need to be able to see with my eyes. Oops. I'm just gonna take this slow to get through this, because this is some tight freaking obstacles. That I could see that were. Oh, gee, what is this hazard? It's obstacles. Like, it feels like these are going through so many different types of levels. Like, this kind of stuff feels appropriate for, like, a hard challenge, like, death trap level, where it's like, you're not supposed to be going fast, you just want to get through things, when everything else has been, like, full boost ahead. And then we get to that section. It's like, those two things do not mix well. Not without some serious signposting that you're about to transition to slow down and survive territory. Like, I think it's possible to do that, but I would be very careful about ever trying it. Uh-oh. Where am I going? I can't see because my car is blocking my own view just because of the way that transition works. Like, I'm actually not sure what kind of settings you need to make some of these tracks, how easy these are just to tweak a few settings to make it, but like, they've got some cool looking roadways and stuff. Like, how am I even supposed to transition this? Like, this is like, what? It wants me to get over to that, but not only that, but also land facing the other direction? Like, I'm just confused how I'm even supposed to approach this obstacle. Like, that doesn't feel right. Again, for a track where you're supposed to keep any kind of momentum. It feels like they were on a mission to use every single object in the editor. Yeah, that's what I said. This feels like they were just like throwing all of their ideas into a single course. And there are some cool ideas and stuff here. It's just, they don't come together into a cohesive or good track. There are moments in there that are good, but as a whole, it's not. It's really not. Like I said, if that's an early creator just experimenting, they might go on to make some really nice stuff, but that track is no. I hope they were just experimenting and using that as a test bed, because if they are, you know what, that's fine. Oh, excuse me.